You know, you could say there is a wow factor of recognizing your awareness and just recognizing that you're alive, of wonder, of astonishment. Because you look at the world of where you are right now, where you live, how you're living, and then the society around you or the space around you, whether you're in a city, whether you're out in the country, whether you're by the ocean, whether you live off and around a desert. All these factors, but you see the world as it is. Who sees it? You do. Within you. That's as far as it goes. That's the only reality base that is truth. You know, you make up all this stuff, in the old ages of ignorance, they made up all this stuff about external entities, external from you. There's deities, there's gods, of course, and even demons, and there's good, there's bad, that whole thing. When the truth is, when you actually look, when you actually pay attention, everything is no farther than within you. Your movie of your life is playing right now, all the time. Whether you're awake, whether you're sleeping. And at some point, you kind of wonder, you just kind of go, wow. There's the wow factor of wonder at this life that you have. Whatever it is, that's your life. And it's all within you. Everything you're seeing, experiencing, touching, tasting, how you react to it, how you think, what do you believe, what do you decide? It's all within you. That's the reality of it. Just as, for right now, the first part is to also you recognizing you're living, you're alive. You're alive. And you look around, you listen, you touch, you taste, you hear, you go, wow. Rather incredible. Amazing. And you know it's only for some duration. It's some duration, and then, boom, we drop this form, this human body. Just as all our other friends who are living amongst us do, the cats, the dogs, the elephants, the tigers, the gazelles, the zebras, the snakes, the lizards, the birds, on and on, all living things. They're born here, they have some duration of living, lifespan, and they die here. Just like you do. And every single one of them has the awareness, just like you, of being alive. It's just that they're in that form. Their form is a chicken. Well, they're a chicken. They have the same awareness. But how they act and everything, well, it's based on being in that form. So the same with you. Here you are, a human being. You're looking around at the world that you live in your life, and there you are, your movie. Everything is really there within you. What do you know and feel and understand? It's really within you. There isn't any external entity directing you like a puppet. That was all fabricated by people weren't very bright. And they also were scared of everything. They were overwhelmed by everything. They didn't know that much, so everything was overwhelming. What is an earthquake? What is a flood? They thought everything was, it was scary and therefore mystical, and therefore there must be some entity out there, separate from them, more powerful. Who knows? They made it up. Now other societies and other aspects of other religions took more of a correct view and recognized that it was actually all within you, your mind. Because that's really the fact. You can wonder, and that just leaves you in wonder, is this thing about an external entity. Well, it could be. Yet the idea is, well, it could be. You better be, could be. Might be a God. Well, no, there isn't. You can come to the 21st century certainty and know there isn't a God. And that's okay. It's really quite all right. In fact, it's very more real, clear, factual. And it gives you more about you, your awareness, which is the key point. To understand, to experience, to have direct personal experience from, for your life. Then you get the big view. Because the big view's always been within you. That's it. You've been within you. And you can just take a sigh of relief. How wonderful that is. How factual that is. It lets go of all sorts of worry and myth, superstition, fears. Fears that there is an external entity watching and judging. That was just an incorrect view initially. Made the wrong decision there. And they did it out of superstition and an ignorance kind of thing, not really considering how things are. Because if you stop and you consider how things are and you say, well, look around. Is there an external entity? No, there isn't. Who is there? Well, as you sit there and you ponder that, who's doing the pondering? You are. Who is looking? You are. Who's listening, hearing, living? You are. That is the truth. And that's the truth for a dog, an elephant, a tiger, a gazelle, a grizzly bear, cheetah, hyena, wolf, for any living thing. And there you stay focused to you, within you. And then you look in and say, you're living your life, your movie of your life. And you know that living is going to include, at some point, you are going to go through the death process, the dying. It's guaranteed. You are going to know awareness. You have it right now. You can get familiar with it right now. And that'll behoove you for living your life. Answering your questions. Figuring out and assisting you with anxieties and fears. Well, you go to awareness and biases and prejudices just kind of fall away. In awareness, there isn't any such concerns, concepts. And that's you who has that natural state, you could call it, your natural state of being. And then you realize you have it. Every other living being, every other human being, other living being has that too. And every living human being, as you know, because of that, is living on this planet and is alive due to the grace of this planet. This planet, our beautiful Earth, supplies us with all our sustenance, our air, water, our food, that keeps us going. So it kind of naturally makes sense. You've got to take care of the earth so that you can keep living, that your kids can keep living, that your grandkids can keep living. So you have a duty, you do have a responsibility, an appreciation of this beauty around you, the wow factor, the wonder of being alive.